Hello friends, it is Kelly back with another process video for you. Today I am creating a layout. I'm showing you the photos and very quickly showing you some of the papers I am using. These papers come from Boulevard, the Wish Big collection. They have a boys collection and a girls, and this is the paper I'm cutting right now, the teal grid actually comes from the girls line, but I wanted that, that color is represented in pretty much both collections, so I wanted to use that because if you can see kind of the corner of that shirt, my sister-in-law has on a teal colored shirt that matches, and I just wanted to bring a pop of that color in. I'm using pictures from a birthday celebration we had for my father-in-law, Charlie. It was his 80th birthday. So we had a little celebration at our house and we had a very nice time. We had dinner and he opened presents, and we hadn't all been together in a long time, and it was nice just to get to see everyone and get to spend time with family. I am using a sketch for this layout from the Scrapbook Generations. This is from Allison Davis's 6x6 paper pad sketch that she's having the class on her Facebook group. So that's where this page, this is a 2-pager, and this page follows the sketch kind of closely. There are differences, but the next page is completely different than what her page is. This double page sketch calls for 11 photos. I have 12 photos for this. And so right now I am just trying to get those banner pieces sorted out. I wanted a little bit of every pattern paper that I had picked out represented. And what you miss, what I cut out because it took forever, is I had cut all the strips and tried to use them and did not like how wide some of them were. So I cut some of them down. I just wanted them at, different widths, different lengths, just to give a little more texture on the page, I guess, or a little more representation of all those colors and patterns. I am cutting, if you see, I fold the paper in half and then cut at an angle, and that gives me my little fish tail there. And I'm pulling pieces. These pieces come from the Simple Stories Birthday Blast collection. So so do these foam stickers here. These do not all go together, but the colors worked just perfectly together. So I was happy to get some of these used. You can see this is kind of a very colorful, more probably juvenile kind of collection, with the bright colors. It's not something you would typically see for maybe a grown man's birthday, but I just wanted something bright and colorful for him. I mean, he's a child at heart, so we'll just go with that. And I loved how this ended up. The decorations in the house, which you'll see on the second page, they were all like primary bright colors, so I was just kind of sticking with that theme. Anyway, like I said, this is my father-in-law, and we had all of my husband's family over, but I got so blessed when I got my in-laws. Some people just don't get along with their in-laws, but I have been so blessed. I have the best in-laws, and they're a blessing to me, and they are sweet and fun, and Charlie has just the sweetest disposition and spirit, and I'm proud to call him my father-in-law. So it was an honor to get to host this little get together for him in honor of him. So I'm using some of the pieces from the Simple Stories collection. I lay that down in the Seize the Cake to kind of build a shelf for my title. And I end up removing that because, as usual, I forgot to leave a spot for my journaling. So that's where my journaling is going to end up going by the end of this layout process. But for now, I did like the Seize the Cake little banner there. I like that it created a little place for my title to sit. So, and I'm using some silver little accents here in each corner. I think there's a little circle, a triangle, and a star. It's just meant to be kind of little confetti pieces. And I loved the way those looked. So here are the 11 photos, or not 11, I don't know what I'm saying. Here are the rest of the photos. There are 9 of pictures here that I'm going to mat onto this white cardstock. And I'm trimming about a 1/4 inch on 2 sides because this is going to end up being matted on the turquoise grid paper or teal colored grid paper that I gutted at the beginning of this video. And I'm trying to line these up with an even margin between each picture. And it took a minute. I just showed you the first little row because that's not very exciting to watch, is it? So there's the grid paper, the teal that I'm going to mount this on. And I like that it pulls that color to, gives a little cohesiveness to the 2-page spread when you see them together. And then I put that circular patterned paper that kind of represents all the colors in this collection and in this layout over there to the right hand side, just a small strip. And then I need to build clusters. I want a couple of clusters on this page too, but I need some kind of base to set that on. So I used this yellow circle, and I'm going to use some of the phone stickers and die cut pieces to build my clusters. And the surprise is a kind of an arrow, but I have it, it's pointing into the layout. So it's not, there's no directionality causing you to look off the page. So everything is, hopefully your attention is being directed into the photos. And this is quite a busy layout. So I kept my clusters pretty minimal. I end up building 3 clusters on this page because there was 2 on the first page of the layout. To my mind, I had built 2 clusters, and if I would have just put 2 here, I felt like that's an even number. And for some reason, my design aesthetic will not let me do even numbers most of the time. Sometimes I do, and I'm okay with it. But in this case, I felt like there needed to be 3. So then altogether I would have 5, which is an odd number because that's how I roll. So here is the completed layout. I hope you enjoyed this process. It's pretty quick today. If you did, please leave a comment and a like and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.